What's good, YouTube universe? We out here back, Fizz and Friends Gaming, Fizzle Man. We here in the cut, here, excited for another Madden's playoff special event game, AFC Championship. This is the last game for the AFC. Who's gonna battle out against the NFC in the Super Bowl? And it's between these two teams on the AFC side. We have here in Fizzleman Picks Lounge, brought to you by EA Sports and of course Fizz and Friends Gaming. We have Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The Baltimore Ravens, of course you can tell by the controller, is Fizzleman Picks, and Fizzleman Picks Lounge is my pick to go here and take this W in the AFC and advance to the Super Bowl. Of course you see that, and also you see, I always say us against the world, or the world is on our side as you see it here today. We have a close overall percentage in the teams. Is it going to be a good game matchup? Of course. And then we also have, as I say, the overalls are like a duration of like fans pick, you know what I mean? Population, and the fans picking the Ravens as us is on our side today. So low key, that's what we got going on here in Madden Stars for this game, and see who goes to the Super Bowl. But we also have is a comparison to real life terms and everything that's going down and what we're talking about. We're not trying to be too long, but we're just gonna be brief. But as you know, here in this game, we also have a real life MVP here in this game. He's our real life MVP. Also, like I said, we compare real life to our world, and I'm excited. So real life MVP here, Lamar Jackson. Not in our world. Our world, Russell Wilson. We always gotta shout them out together. It's a must. Russell Wilson is eliminated from the playoffs as the NFC is coming up after this game. One thing I wanted to point it out is that in this world, I believe this is January still in January, and this is on a Sunday. In our world here, in real life, this is a Thursday. If you check out Madden News Day number 3 yesterday, you would get all the juicy news from the awards, official awards. Like I said, Lamar Jackson MVP and Russell Wilson is All World and Madden Stars MVP. So real life MVP, as we talking real life, like I said, is it's a Thursday. In our what we would call, we break it down always in any stream. We always mention it just because we like to know the time and the day we at in life, and everything goes great. And each episode based on the show, possibly, we'll mention it. But like here, we just saying, you guys know, Fizz and Friends Gaming. We here. In March, and yeah, you can check out all of that down below. But yeah, afternoon shift. No, bring it back. Noon shift. Afternoon shift will be the next game, and that's going into the night. So that next game going into the night, that'll be the Chicago Bears, undefeated, going into the NFC Championship game, going against a highly skilled team that I believe could take down the Bears, the Philadelphia Eagles. So, and that is as that is in the atmosphere and everything going great towards that. Ain't nothing but else to be fascinated about this game. We have two skilled teams. That is Odell Beckham getting the touches that he should have got, a lot more that they saying in real life he hasn't gotten. But in this world, as you will see that the Browns is here in the AFC Championship, Odell has been getting catches. Shout out to OBJ. They go Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. Defense is deep. But the defense for the Ravens is also another reason why they're here with Earl Thomas in the deep. And then we have Marquise Brown, rookies on their side, young guys, fully led by Earl Thomas, defensive mind, offensive leader, Lamar Jackson, MVP, real life, MVP in all world, Russell Wilson, Madden stars. This is going to be a great game. But remember, one thing I could tell you is that, let me think of any awards. No, I don't think nobody else here got any other awards that I could think of. I can't really recall, but check out Madden Newsday number 3 if you want to recap that and everything of who got awards. But off that, there's nothing but else to delve into this fine, wonderful game here. As we briefly load in, that means there will be a brief commercial break. Taking note, big game alert. You feel me? Previous week, you saw the Eagles and Seahawks, you know what I mean, ended off for the divisional. But look at these teams' records, and you will see these are two highly competitive teams. So let's go.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On third down, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Judon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine some...
Yeah, we're taking a brief breakage in the game. You know what I mean? Better yet, let's just do it like this. A pause. It's not a real commercial break. This is a brief talk about these two teams as they're gonna showcase the lineups and everything as we go forward to this fast-paced game. Let me remind you guys, this is a fast-paced game. So as both teams came on the field already, excuse me, I tend to take a note at, my fault, I tend to take a note at the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. These two teams are divisional rivals. Something I probably should have mentioned earlier, but we're taking the time to recognize it right now just because I can. So as I'm here breaking it down, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens have seen each other this season. This season alone is twice before this game. As this season alone, they saw each other twice. Remember, as I tell all the time, we compare real life and our world together and compare it. And in this comparison, we have a percentage. That means there's 4 games in total before this game. This game is supposed to break down that tie, but it's not a tie because we have a 3-4 percentage of wins. So 3-4 percentage, that means there's 3-1. 3-1 in real life and our world put together. And the 3-1, the person who only lost once but beat the other team 3 times is the Baltimore Ravens. So going into this game, the Baltimore Ravens have a high, chance to win it based on real life and our world. And if I break it down, real life lost once, real world lost once, our world, they beat them twice. So the Ravens lost once in the real world, we beat them twice, and our world should be more efficient with the outcome that the Ravens come on top. But as I go furthermore talking about that, this is the last matchup for these guys, and this is to prove, does it mean what it means, or does it mean talk when the big game shows? So far we've been seeing the Ravens getting dominated, but we're going into the game, Ravens second possession. You know what I mean? Like, the Ravens are getting, defensively crushed. Okay, so they losing offensively. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't understand. But let's get into this game. Sorry for the little breakage. It's just to let you know that this is a Ravens W. They supposed to win, but the Browns made it this far. It's an amazing game we about to check. So yeah, let's get into it.
Set, ready, 6 yards. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got one. Check. Break.
Jackson now off the bootleg. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Let's go.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Now Jackson going to throw again. That's into the hands of Edwards. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Brown's territory.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run from the pistol with Ingram, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a little quick commercial break. You feel me? I got to do a little quick something real quick. Not long, hopefully, but yeah.
Ready? Now the wolf. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I want that. Shut up. Give me that.
On 3rd down, Jackson out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Jackson now. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To try again after the sack, Jackson, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. And a big reason they got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, 180! Check tight, check tight, check tight.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. On second down, Ingram. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively? I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A run for Nick Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mayfield now. 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield, and he completes it to Hunt, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's caught by OBJ. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
Come on, fellas. 180. Check 48. Come on. 3 bucks.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. They run. Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 44, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
On first down, it's Ingram, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now this throw caught left side. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Under 10, 10.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. And they recovered a fumble on their side of the field last time. Led to a field goal. We'll see if they can force another turnover now.
And you got to love the way that they're playing. You go back to that last series, it's almost like baseball when a guy is hitting really well. See ball, hit ball, right?
Pretty simple.
In this case, they'll make it simple on defense. See ball, get ball. And that's exactly what they did.
Going back to the archaic time.
Yes, sir. Make it simple.
Young Trip is here.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And an alley to run. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
53
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready? 58. 58 to Mike. Check back. Check back.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Alert 3.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills? And it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Mayfield now got an open man. It's Ratley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Seibert's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From from just shy of midfield. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. He's got a man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. To throw is Jackson. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. On third down, Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He's checking.
And they take a knee. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Watch the twist.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Check 41. Hey, man. Watch the move. Watch it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you can hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.